Hi guys, my name is Mr. Sneaks and today we are in the classroom going to be looking at the top 5 tips for leveling skills in Escape from Tarkov. There are a variety of skills in Escape from Tarkov that you will level throughout you progressing through the game. Stuff like endurance, strength, vitality, health, stress resistance, metabolism, perception, and various other bits and pieces. Some of these are more difficult to level than others. Some of these also are going to require you to unlock certain levels of these skills for quests. They can be an absolute pain in the ass to get. So in the skills section in Escape from Tarkov, what you have here is you have these little blue arrows on the skills that you are at the moment getting the most benefit, the biggest buffs on for your character. After a while, these will disappear and then they will turn into a red arrow pointing down, as throughout the time in raid you are getting diminishing returns on those, so they are not going to level as quickly, they're going to level far more slowly. Now the first skill that we're going to look at, skill number 1 that I suggest that you look at leveling up nice and quickly at the start of wipe, is your endurance. Now, the best thing to do when you get into raid is make sure that you are underweight. This is going to mean that you are going to be able to max your endurance as quickly as possible. If you are overweight, what that's going to do is it's actually going to max your strength more than your endurance. So make sure that you're underweight. However, over time, that is going to mean that when you're looting, you're going to be able to pick up stuff, you're going to get overweight, which will start leveling your strength. Run until the bar is empty on your stamina, and that is going to allow you to max that as much as you can in one hit. You see here, I've now gone down to red, so I've spent all the time that I need and really can worrying about leveling my endurance, because I'm now getting diminishing returns on that. So I can start looting, I can start picking stuff up, I can start leveling my strength. Number 2. We've covered strength. You get 2 for 1 on your number 1, so this is 6 skills, but shut up, I can't count. I'm not a maths teacher, alright? Number 2, your sniper level. I love sniping in Escape from Tarkov. An awful lot of people don't. The next one we're going to look at is sniper skill. Now, for Tarkov Shooter Part 4, one of your Jaeger quests, you need to get your sniper skill up to level 3. This can be difficult if you don't enjoy sniping in Escape from Tarkov. Best way to do this is pick up a cheap Mosin of a scav, take it in, empty, no rounds in it, insure it, and take in a stack of LPS or any cheap Mosin round, and that is going to allow you to reload that gun 20 times, which will level your sniper skill to the max that you can in that raid, and then throw it in a bush. Get it back later, do it again. It's nice and cheap. You're spending money on the rounds. Mosins are fairly cheap from traders. However, you can find them on an awful lot of scavs. Well worth picking up. You can do it with a bolt action with a magazine like the VPO or an M700, SV98, etc. But it's going to take far more time to get to that point where you've maxed the amount that you can get out, because it's a magazine. It's also a slower reload time. Alright. Number 3, next one we're going to look at, metabolism. Leveling this up in game is going to allow you to suffer less from the effects of dehydration and exhaustion. Once you max metabolism out, you will not suffer from those. You won't get any negative effects, you won't start losing health, you will be exhausted, but you're not going to suffer any effects from that. Eat and drink when you find stuff in raid. Best thing to find or to take in is milk. Right, milk will max the metabolism skill out for that raid just by drinking one of them. Best thing to do, because it levels it up quicker, is do this at the start of raid, in the raid. Don't do it in the hideout. If you need to take food in, eat it at the start of the raid, and then move on. Don't do this in factory. Do this. Pick up food items as you go. Maps such as Customs have got good food spawns, Woods have got great food spawns, Goshen in Interchange is wonderful for food spawns. It's literally a food shop. Pick them up, eat them and drink them in raid. It's going to level your metabolism, which is going to do you wonders in game. Word of advice though, don't check the sell by dates on the cartons. It's really not good. Or looting. Now this is going to level up a variety of skills. It's going to level up memory, charisma, it's going to increase your search speed, and it's going to give you a variety of buffs on skills. So for example, looting this scav, right? You take the item, you get loot XP. It's also going to level your memory and your charisma. If you find an item you haven't seen before, identify it, that's going to give you buffs to those passive skills as well. Take everything, even if you don't want it. Search every scav that you find if it's safe, and it's going to give you that XP. If you take it, and if you search the pockets, you search the rigs, search the bags, it's going to level those skills, those loot speeds, it's going to level your memory, it's going to level your charisma, etc, etc. Your health and your damage skills is number 5. Stuff like vitality, stress resistance, health, surgery skills. When you take damage, you are going to be leveling up points in stress resistance and vitality. Stress resistance, as you level it up, is going to allow you to reduce the amount of stuff like tremors that you get. Vitality is going to reduce the effects of bleeding and heavy bleeds. Health is going to speed up the time you heal. It's also going to reduce the damage that you take. So for example, you're going to have a reduced chance of fractures. In your surgery skill, the higher you level that by stitching arms back on, etc, etc, it's going to mean that that gets faster. Best way to do this is you're going to do this naturally. You're going to do this by getting into fights. Potentially a way of doing this as well, when you're near extract, jumping off something, breaking a leg, blacking an arm out, walking through barbed wire, for example. Another way of boosting your health is when you extract, don't heal through therapist. Heal through meds in your stash. It's going to improve that. Another word of advice, don't pre-med as much when you're going into fights, because it's going to reduce the level that these are going to be able to increase. I do hope you found that guide useful. I do stream 3 days a week on Twitch. Come hang out, let me know what you think. There's going to be more guides like this coming up soon. I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments if it did, if you've got any other suggestions, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.